And now, back to the Sports Jock, Wayne Gandy.
Welcome back to the Sports Jock Show. I'm the Sports Jock, Wayne Gandy. Former Nets owner Louis Katz was killed along with 6 other people in a fiery plane crash in Massachusetts. Our condolences go out to his family. Always just plane crash. You just always throw you off for a minute. Because you're always thinking, do y'all still have that thought, like when you go to get aboard a plane? Or are you numb to it?
No, I say my little prayer.
Or do you pray? Because I say a little prayer.
Well, here's mine. If this plane is not going to land safely, please don't let it take off at all. It's that simple.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, tell me I got engine problems.
And this panel here probably travels considerably more than the average traveler.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a flea that goes with the dog. For me, I hate flying, but can't drive to London. You know what I mean? You don't want to waste a bus trip on the way to L.A., so you got to get on a plane.
Well, the numbers, too. I know more people personally who were killed in cars than on airplanes. So if you just look at the numbers.
But still, in a car, you kind of thinking,
no, I just look
max
at
4 or 5 people.
Do the math.
Well, in a car, you figure it's quick.
Yeah, but
on a plane, you got to go through the whole anxiety that it's falling.
Like
man, and the stuff dropping out the ceiling. Got to put the mask on. You go through the whole 2-3 minute ordeal.
This?
Well, I got to drop from 50,000 feet.
So you've actually played this out in your mind?
Yeah, in a car, I didn't know he was coming through the red light. Boom.
I've never had a pretend airplane crash.
I've always...
You watched the movie.
Yeah, but I've never put
I've always imagined...
Oh, my God, I just see me.
This may sound morbid, but whenever I get on a flight, I look for the hottest woman in my section.
So what's your plan?
And I think if the plane goes down, I'm looking her dead in the eye and go, I've always loved you. and try and get in the Mile High Club before I die.
Some romantic comedy?
I'm just saying, I'm trying to get in the Mile High Club before I die.
Porn movie.
I've always loved you. You don't even know me. Hey, look, we're about to die. Just do it. So, I mean, you know what I mean.
College Football Hall of Fame class of 2014. USC, Tony Vaselli, TCU's LaDainian Tomlinson, Alabama linebacker Derek Thomas, who passed away in a car accident back in 2000. North Carolina's Dre Bly, South Carolina's Sterling Sharp, Ole Miss Wesley Walls, and Georgia Tech's own Joe Hamilton are 14. Some of the 14 players and 2 coaches that will be inducted. Remember, the College Hall of Fame will be opening here in August, I want to say.
You have an invitation?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why, you want to go?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I knew it had to be some reason why you was trying to figure out if I had it.
So I can ride along like always.
UConn coach.
Another one of them $3,000 deals right there.
UConn coach Kevin Ollie, new deal, 5 years, $15 million. UConn won the national championship. The NCAA might be changing the national signing day to earlier. Why, I don't know. Forever it's been in February. They're saying they want to move it up maybe to the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Does it interfere with Valentine's Day or something?
I don't know.
Put more pressure on the kids to make a decision.
Yeah, they don't. I guess maybe that's.
So you don't ruin Christmas. So now you know what to buy for Christmas. You can buy some gear.
I mean, but still, maybe some of these dudes have verbal commitments around Thanksgiving. And then they waiting by February. They've changed their minds, so maybe they're trying to get them to go with the first choice and lock them in so they can't back out.
Well, it's totally their benefit. They're not doing anything. That's not
it's not for the athlete.
No, it's about them.
Of course.
For whatever reason, it's definitely about them and getting what they want. Notre Dame is selling the grass from the field. They're going to artificial turf, field turf now is what they call it. You can get a 2-foot by 5-foot section of the grass from the field. for $149.95.
Don't knock the hustle.
That includes 2-day shipping and a certified certificate.
I was going to say, is it going to have a serial number on it
Come with
or
somebody to put
something
it
like
down.
How did they come up with $149.95?
Oh.
Like how I don't understand that.
Based on the cost of the
Let's
new
say,
turf, they divided up. And
What do you
everything.
think? 150? No, that's too high. Let's go 149.95.
Psychology of pricing.
And they go, ooh, what a bargain. Meanwhile, there's somebody in South Bend tearing up their yard. Like, I'm gonna sell mine at a little roadside stand or something.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. I'll give them a certificate.
My blades look just like they blades.
Yeah, and the certificate will be in crayon, but nobody will know the difference.
The SEC, the Power Conference in football, who's starting their new network on ESPN August 14th. They have some demands now. They are saying that if they don't get autonomy as far as the Power 5 conferences, they might start Division 4 football. If the NCAA doesn't basically let them govern themselves, which is ACC, the SEC, the Pac-12, the Big Ten, which has 12 teams in it, and the Big Eight that got like 14. It's the top 5 conferences.
Right.
They all want the power to govern themselves, and if they don't
Sounds
get that,
like Sandy Springs, Johns Creek, and Milton.
they don't get that autonomy to do so. They're going to start their own division.
They're
power playing right now.
I'm saying, how can you put me in charge of policing myself?
You put yourself in charge of policing yourself. Nobody else put you there.
Right, but I'm saying, and so what am I going to do then?
Whatever you want to do.
what am I going to do then?
What you want to do?
Hey, you can't be selling fake Notre Dame grass, whatever. I'll investigate me, and if I find out that I did anything wrong, I'll find me and I'll take the appropriate actions against me when the investigation is complete. How does that work? How do they even manage to bring something like that to the table?
This is what they're telling you. The Big 12, the Big 10, the Pac-12, the ACC, and the SEC are telling you that if they don't give them the power to govern themselves, I think this in the Civil War, when this about the Civil War, they wanted their own government. The SEC, they known for that. They want to be state by state. They don't want to be lumped in with the rest of the colleges.
Mr. Big Kenny, are you guilty of recruiting violations? Wait a minute, let me ask myself. No, I'm not.
Oversight.
No, I'm not guilty. I spoke to me, and it was discovered that I did nothing wrong in my talks with myself.
Oh man, they because the SEC coaches want to disperse money to the players. So
yeah, I mean, they're making $18 million each a year. Might as well go ahead and
just can't take
spread the wealth.
So they don't want other conferences weighing in on whether they can do certain things. So that's why. So
yeah,
you knew this was coming. You giving them their own network. Everything SEC will be shown.
The NFL was the mafia.
SEC's learning.
They learning.
They learning from the best.
But where does NASCAR fit in? I always thought they were mafia.
They are learning from the best. They're taking that working model of the NFL
and using
it to the fullest.
But isn't that what always happens when you make something or someone special? Mm-hmm. You give them their own network, and then they start realizing exactly how powerful they are. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, they give us our network, plus the network hadn't even gone live yet, and it's probably already got millions of subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's
about the money.
Yeah, because you have to imagine 2 of the 4 NCAA basketball was Florida and Kentucky.
Right.
So we don't have a lot of strong basketball teams, but the 2 or 3 we do have win national titles.
Right.
So it's not just the football team
Right.
when you look over the conference.
Okay.
And then when you look at the softball World Series and when you look at the baseball World Series, it's not like the other sports in the SEC aren't as from top to bottom
Right.
as football is, but the 2 or 3 that stand up top, they stand to be counted. And,
Right.
And they
so
matter, okay.
they matter, and that's why they have so much power. So we'll see how this Division 4, I mean, you know.
They're going to have a press conference, and
I can't take
we're going to talk with ourselves before the press conference, and then we're going to see what we say.
But it is the ocean. We time for the ocean. The show is over.
Wow, I just got here.
Yeah, you were late.
I know.
The truth is, he will throw your ass in the ocean. It's time to wrap things up on the Sports Jock Show with Wayne Gandy.
When you hear the sounds of the ocean, it gives the Sports Jock just a minute to vent on last week's events. First of all, thank you, Sekou Smith, for calling in. Valentina, we will get to your Kevin Durant question next week. Don't think I forgot. In this country, racial slurs have been thrown out here and there. Donald Sterling, Justin Bieber, the Washington Redskins are still under scrutiny for being called the Washington Redskins. We have 49 senators. That's basically half of the Senate that wants them to change their name. So I want those 49 senators to go find those 300 Somalian women and do something about that and lead the Washington Redskins name that ain't got nothing to do with you to something. Do something important. Not harass Donald Snyder about the Redskin name. And that's who I had a problem with last week. Massengill. There was a walk the plank in there somewhere. I like that long fall, though. A long fall. That's kind of how that plane will fall. Long time before you hit that ground. A lot of prayers. Probably pee on yourself as the plane goes down. But we'll talk about that next week. From the Sports Jock, Big Kenny, the Real Deal, the 2 mediocre producers today, Massengill and Selfie herself. Look at her. Peace. Enjoy your Monday.
The Sports Jock Show is home of the $1,000 wake-up call. The $1,000 wake-up call. All summer